Hello guys, welcome to Ahide Josiah Fashion Hub. Today we'll be learning how to cut a trouser, a long trouser. Yes, I'll be teaching you simple way of how to cut it. Very simple and easy. Please, if you are new to this channel, go to the subscribe button, hit it, like the videos, comment and share to your friends so that they can have the knowledge you're having of fashion through this channel. Okay, let's get going. We'll be making a trouser of these measurements. The length is 36, the thigh or trouser width is 24, and the waist is 32. The ankle or the round is 14. These are basically the measurements we will be needing for this trouser. Alright, so first of all, you take your fabric, you fold it, you bring the two severed edges together, put them together, you make sure everything is aligned, and then you start with your length. The length of our trouser is 36, so you mark your 36 here, you add 2 inches seam allowance, so you carry your tip, you move it to this side, you do the same, and then you connect the points together, connect them. All right, this is this. All right. Okay, our waist is 30. Sorry, it's 30. All right. So our measurement is starting where this severed edge is ending. This is where we are starting our measurement. We want this. We don't want these holes to be on our trouser. It will be unprofessional. So our measurements are starting here. Let's mark it out. All right, this is this. So we'll start marking out the waist region. So at the waist, before you take your waist measurement, enter from this side by half inch before you take your waist measurement. The reason is you want to curve your trouser. A human's body is not straight at the waist. So for you to give your trouser shape, just come in by half inch and then you start your measurement from there. So our waist is 30. We divide it by 4, you will have 7.5 inches. So you mark it from here, then you add half inch, you can add 1 inch for zip allowance. Alright, so from this point you mark your zip, you come down by 1 inch and then you connect it back to the place you mark your half inch. This point. Alright, the reason for this is so that by the time you finish making the trouser, the person wearing it will not feel uncomfortable. The trouser will sit at the waist to not sit at the tummy. The human body, the waist is slanted, it's not straight. So that's the reason why we are having this slant from this point. So we will now measure our clutch line. For you to get it, you divide your waist by 4. We divided 30 by 4, we had 7.5. So use your 7.5 and then add 1 inch to it, making it 8.5. So from this point, we can now get a trouser width of the thigh of our trouser. So the thigh we're using is 24. The thigh is divided into 2. It's no longer 4 because you have 2 legs of trouser and both are carrying 2 pieces. So you divide your thigh by 2. So 24 divided by 2, we have 12 inches. So this is our 12 inches. You check the waist region, you have 9, and then add an inch to it, making it 10 at this point. So you can now connect the points, connect it up. This, then you can use your French roller or French curve to curve the region. Alright, it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. Alright, so the next thing, we will mark the half length of our trouser. Our length is 36. If we divide 36 by 2, it will give you 18. But we are not using the 18. We are going to add 1.5 inches to it. Reason being that the upper part of the trouser or human body from the waist is longer than from the knee to the ankle. So for you to make a trouser that we have ease for the person wearing it, you have to add 1.5 to it and then you mark it. So what you have here, you have 19.5. You use it this side too. Mark your 19.5. And then you connect the 2 points together. So I did half length, or you can target knee length. See the same thing. Come in by 3/4 inch, mark it out. Come down by 1/4. Okay. So the reason for this is to give your trouser shape. Alright. When you take these details, by the time you make your trouser, you see that it's a difference from other trousers people make. So all these details, pay attention to them. Alright, so mark it out. Follow it down, follow it down. Take it to this point. And you can see that your trouser is now having shape. Alright, so let's work at the ankle and then the knee length. Our ankle is 14. 14 divided by 2 will give us 7. So this is where we are marking our 7 inches. Mind you, when you are cutting trouser, the front piece does not carry sewing allowance. Everything is added at the back. Yeah, so from here we have 7 inches. We come to the knee length. If you do not measure the person, you can use your ankle measurement that you divide by 2, and then you add 1.5 or 2 inches. Okay. Use your French cuff. Don't use straight roller. I've seen some people drafting their trousers and they use straight rollers. So from here you can make it straight and connect it to the knee point. Alright, so this is what we have here. Very simple and very clear. Please, if you have a question, you can drop in the comment section and we will tackle it there. Alright, so now it's for us to cut out. Can you see this? Alright, now we'll go ahead and draft the back piece. Back piece 2 is simple to draft. Just pay close attention and you'll get it very easy. Alright, so we will turn this front piece to this side so that we will use our fabric properly. If we are turning it, leaving it this way from the direction we cut before, you discover that the whole of this piece will be wasted, this material will be wasted. So we'll turn it this way since the material does not have a pattern. So from here, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're placing it. Alright. So you come to the waist region again. Your waist was divided by 4 and we had 7 inches. So from these 7 inches, remember the reason why this one is longer from here is because we added an allowance for zip, right? So from this 7 inches, you can add 2 inches, 1 inch for that, and then 1/2 for sewing allowance. Remember, I told you that you don't add sewing allowance to the front piece, everything is added at the back piece. So we will come up from here. Remember, the front piece we went down by 1 inch, but from for the back will come up so that by the time the person wearing is wear it with ease, the hip will not be exposed, it will be covered properly. So we will use 1 3/4, or you can use 2 inches depending on how you want it to be, but make sure the inches are not too much, because if it is too much the trouser will be folding at the back. Alright, so use your ruler, connect it to this point at the waist. All right. So come to this point, come out by 3 inches. Slant the line. Don't make it straight. To make it straight this way, to be holding under. So make sure you don't do that. Make it slanted. All right. So this is 3 inches. Come back by two. Connect it back to the waist. You can put your French fork, connect them together. So you now, from the knee length, knee point, you can add 2.5 inches or more depending on how wide you want your trouser to be. So from here we are adding 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches. This is your French roller or French curve. Connect the points. Connect them. Connect them together. Alright? We are done drafting our back piece. As simple as this. Alright? So let's cut it out. Alright guys, we are done cutting our trouser. Look at how beautiful and smart it is. By the time you sew it and finish, I'm sure the person you sew for yourself, you will like it. You will love it. It's very lovely. Alright, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share the video. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.